Today I want to talk about something different and do an examination of a case study in regards to what not to do when appearing before a parliamentary committee, regardless of whether you're a GBE CEO or the CEO of a major organisation appearing before a parliamentary inquiry. As you have seen in the last week, Australia Post has been all over the news, and in regards to the CEO, there are some salient lessons for anybody who may be a witness before a parliamentary inquiry into the future. My first lesson is when it comes to any form of inquiry, which we've seen in Senate estimates with Australia Post, is expect the unexpected. More often than not, it's going to be the question or the issue out of left field that can trip up any CEO. And unfortunately for the Australia Post CEO, that is exactly what happened. That being said, it can also happen to any CEO or senior executive that may be appearing before any other form of parliamentary inquiry where there is a controversial issue of public policy or politics involved. So lesson number one, expect the unexpected. The second lesson to come out of Senate estimates and Australia Post was don't try and defend the indefensible. What has happened with the CEO is that when the revelation around the Cartier watches came to light, she tried to defend it without being aware of how that would be perceived. When faced with a difficult revelation like that, the only thing that you can do is basically apologise for what has happened, admit the mistake, and importantly, learn from the mistake and say that you're going to ensure that it doesn't happen again. What happened, unfortunately, for Christine Holgate is in defending the indefensible, she basically dug a bigger hole for herself than otherwise would have occurred. The third lesson is, when faced with a controversial issue, consider it through other people's point of view. It goes to optics. And what happened once again in regards to the Australia Post revelation is that unfortunately the CEO wasn't conscious of how it would be perceived in the context of both from the government's perspective, importantly, obviously the opposition, and more importantly, the broader community. This means you need to be able to put yourself in the position of other stakeholders and see an issue through their eyes rather than their own. If Christine Holgate, Australia Post CEO, had have done that, then maybe she wouldn't have faced the immense criticism and blowback that she is currently facing. Thank you for watching my short video on the Senate in action as seen through Senate estimates. What we have seen is that whether regardless of you're a senior executive in the government sector or the private sector, through your actions and performance in front of a parliamentary committee of inquiry, or in this case Senate estimates, you don't want to lead the 6 o'clock news or be on the front page of the newspaper the next day. Unfortunately for Australia Post too, this issue still has a long way to go.